But a big point of debate at this point is what about the sixth accused in this case, someone against whom even a charge sheet has not been filed yet. Will he be allowed to get away with a maximum of 3 years in a remand home just because he is less than 18 years of age, despite the barbarity of his crime? This is what people think.
Very well appreciate and understand what the family of the victim is going through, and what they are asking for is really not something which rest of the people are not asking for, where the sexual age of majority should be recognized as 16 and not 18, for the simple reason the age of sexual majority is decreasing, not increasing. People are getting maturer much faster than later.
मैं समझती हूँ कि वो इतना बड़ा तो था ही जो रेप की घटना में शामिल था, तो अगर घर वाले कोई डिमांड कर रहे हैं तो मैं समझती हूँ कोर्ट को उनकी बात रखनी चाहिए.
For I think 18 is too high an age to be, for a person to be, and the person will get away with 3 years for committing this horrendous crime, and of course knowing fully well. I mean, I don't know what the background is. I don't know what he has suffered in his youth. I don't know what made him into like this. But anybody who does this kind of an act cannot be a normal human being.
That is the point that has been debated even outside the courtroom today, hasn't there, Preeti? The fact that the charge sheet has been filed against 5 of the accused. What about the 6th test on his bone ossification still awaited?
You know, it's interesting. There is word right now, Padmaja, that the bone ossification test still has not been conducted. So that, of course, the results will only come in once this test gets conducted. And it's interesting that you point out, right from the very morning, there was a wing of the women lawyers who are registered with the Saket Bar Association, and they had taken out a morcha. They walked right from Saket. They walked for about 1 kilometer, and their only demand was that the age be brought down to 16 years of age, because they think, and they've even petitioned earlier, that 18 years is too old for a person not to realize. And you just spoke to the brother as well, and he said the same thing. Let me bring in Atir at this point of time. Atir, right now the main demand is, and and it's a credible demand, which of course India is echoing right now, that this juvenile, who was, as your sources are telling you, one of the most barbaric in treating the 23-year-old, should be in fact meted out the same justice that the other 5 have been, and not just get away with 3 years in a remand home.
Well, that's right. That is the common view. But if we talk about legally, Preeti, there clearly it was a constitutional amendment which converted, the juvenile's age to 18. So therefore, now we saw today that the charge sheet was filed only against the 5 major, adult accused, and the minor was spared. So obviously, it seems that Delhi police is going to approach the juvenile court in this case after they've received all the reports. But at the same time, getting the same punishment for the juvenile appears very tough. The reason being there are no such legal provisions in which he can be prosecuted as an adult.
All right, so constitutional loopholes there, Padmaja, but of course the cry here, what we've seen since the morning, we've seen lots of people gathering, and all they want is justice be delivered to all 6. The same punishment be meted out to all 6.